A very good morning to all of you. In this class, I am going to start with another important topic of new chapter, breathing and exchange of gases. That is chapter 17. In this chapter, we are going to discuss about the exchange of gases. Exchange of gases. How the exchange of gases takes place in between lung alveoli and blood cell RBCs, or exchange of gases from in between blood cells RBCs and tissues of other organ. So exchange of gases in between lung alveoli and blood capillaries or blood cells RBCs. Or second point is exchange of gases in between RBCs and cells of tissues. Before going to start, first we will discuss about what is partial pressure of oxygen in air in lung alveoli or in RBCs or tissues. The partial pressure of oxygen in atmosphere is equal to 159 mmHg, and the partial pressure of carbon dioxide is about 0.3 mmHg. Partial pressure of oxygen in tissue cells or tissues is 40 mmHg, and the partial pressure of carbon dioxide in tissues is equal to 45 mmHg, because of the metabolic activities always happen inside the cell. Due to the metabolic activity or during the respiration, the cell need ATP for energy. For the synthesis of energy, oxygen need for the combustion of glucose molecule, or hence evolution of carbon dioxide during the cellular respiration, during the metabolic activity. So that's why the partial pressure of carbon dioxide within a tissue get increased by 5 mmHg if we are going to compare this amount with oxygen. So quite higher with the partial pressure of carbon dioxide with respect to the oxygen is higher. Now let us discuss about how the exchange of gases takes place within a lung alveoli. Here is lung alveoli and heart, then tissue. Now heart, right auricle, right ventricle, left ventricle, left ventricle, and lung alveoli, cells, tissue cells, blood capillary. Here is pulmonary, artery, pulmonary, artery, pulmonary vein, pulmonary vein, dorsal aorta, aorta, or in pulmonary artery, we already know in the pulmonary artery there is deoxygenated blood, deoxygenated blood. Deoxygenated blood, and these are cell of body tissue. Now, in the atmospheric pressure, partial pressure of oxygen within or oxygenic atmosphere is 159 mmHg, or within lung alveoli the partial pressure of oxygen is 104 mmHg, 104 mmHg, and partial pressure of carbon dioxide is about 40 mmHg, carbon dioxide 40 mmHg, always in pressure will be in mmHg. So the oxygen moves from atmosphere to the lung alveoli according to the pressure gradient, from higher pressure to lower pressure, where in the atmosphere the partial pressure of oxygen is already the 159 mmHg, so that oxygen travel from higher pressure to the lower pressure within lung alveoli. So that's why the fusion of oxygen easily carried out by during the inhalation, during the breathing process, So the partial pressure of lung alveoli will be 104 mmHg and the carbon dioxide 40 mmHg, or in the partial pressure of carbon dioxide in atmosphere is 0.3 mmHg. So from carbon dioxide move from higher pressure to lower pressure. So that's why during the inhalation, during the exhalation, inhalation or breathing process, the oxygen move towards alveoli, or carbon dioxide move towards the atmosphere because of the pressure, according to the concentration of oxygen or carbon dioxide. Now in the pulmonary artery, where the deoxygenated blood is present, in the deoxygenated blood the partial pressure of oxygen is 40 mmHg, and the partial pressure of carbon dioxide is about 45 mmHg. So that's why in this pressure, 45 mm, the pressure of carbon dioxide is 45 mm. So diffuse it, carbon dioxide diffuses with the membrane or diffuse and transfer into the lung alveoli from higher pressure to the lower pressure, from higher to lower pressure. Or that's why, or because of the pressure of oxygen, partial pressure of oxygen also low as compared to the lung alveoli. That's why the oxygen molecule from the lung alveoli diffuse with the membrane or attached with the hemoglobin from higher pressure to lower pressure, because in the lung alveoli the pressure of oxygen is greater as compared to the deoxygenated blood. If we are going to compare with the partial pressure of oxygen inside the deoxygenated or within a deoxygenated blood, so always the oxygen move from higher pressure to lower pressure, from 104 to 40 mmHg pressure. So that's why the diffusion of these gases is easily carried out by the blood, or hence the pressure of oxygen in oxygenated blood will become greater 95 mmHg as compared to the deoxygenated blood, and partial pressure of carbon dioxide 40 mmHg because of the diffusion of carbon dioxide with the help of lung alveoli. Now here the blood become oxygenated after the diffusion of carbon dioxide through the membrane or oxygen through the membrane. The carbon dioxide move into the lung alveoli, or oxygen move into the blood vessel or into bind with the blood. That's why the blood become oxygenated, hence the pressure of oxygen become 95 mmHg and the pressure of carbon dioxide become 40 mmHg. Next is it is the pure blood or the oxygenated blood first transfer into the left auricle, then into left ventricle, or from the left ventricle through the dorsal aorta it gets transferred to the cell. Within a cell, the partial pressure of carbon dioxide as if we are going to compare with the oxygen, so always high, which is about 45 mmHg, because of the metabolic activity always happen inside the cell. Due to the metabolic activity, the breakdown of glucose carried out, or the energy used for the formation of the electrons used for the formation of ATP molecule, or carbon release in the form of carbon oxides of carbon, that is known as carbon dioxide. So hence the pressure of carbon dioxide increased by 5 mmHg, so the total pressure of carbon dioxide inside the tissue will be 45 mm, become 45 mmHg, and the partial pressure of oxygen is lower than the carbon dioxide, which is 40 mmHg. 40 mmHg. Now, so because of the here is oxygenated blood, so pressure of oxygen is 95. So from higher to lower pressure oxygen get diffuses, or from higher to lower pressure carbon dioxide get diffuses to the blood, in the blood or into the blood. So and now the blood become deoxygenated again, or where the partial pressure of oxygen become 40 mmHg, because all the oxygen or maximum number of oxygen diffuse with the membrane and transfer into the cell during the respiration or during the exchange of gases, and the partial pressure of carbon through the carbon dioxide, where inside the cell the partial pressure of oxygen is carbon dioxide is 45 mmHg, and the partial pressure of oxygenated blood is 40 mmHg. So again the carbon dioxide move to the lower pressure, higher pressure to the lower pressure, towards the lower pressure, or hence the oxygenated blood become deoxygenated, and the pressure of carbon dioxide increased by 5 mmHg, or overall the pressure of carbon dioxide in the deoxygenated blood become 45 mmHg. Now here the exchange of gases takes place in the lung alveoli, or exchange of gases within a tissue. How the pressure gradient work from higher pressure to, always molecule move from higher pressure to lower pressure, as we learn in the osmosis too. So again, actually what happened during the exchange of gases, the stress of carbon dioxide increase, that breaks or lowering down the strength of bond form in between the oxygen and hemoglobin, because here is oxygenated blood, or through the hemoglobin the oxygen get by, or due to higher pressure of carbon dioxide near the tissues, that breaks the bond in between the hemoglobin and oxygen, due to the stress, increase in the stress of carbon dioxide, increase in the stress of temperature, increase in the stress of H plus ion, or lower pH also support the dissociation of oxygen from hemoglobin molecule. So these supports the dissociation of oxygen from hemoglobin molecule, whereas higher pressure of oxygen molecule support the association of oxygen to the with the hemoglobin molecule. Now let us discuss about the diffusion of gases in the lung alveoli. The lung alveoli, the lining of lung alveoli formed by squamous epithelial cells. Epithelium. Squamous epithelium. Yeah, epithelial cell. Here is blood capillary. Blood capillary. Lung alveoli. Basement substance. Basement substance. So the lung alveoli is formed by squamous epithelial cell, which help in the diffusion of oxygen and carbon dioxide too. Carbon dioxide too. Carbon dioxide present in the plasma, or also attached with the some amount of about 3% of hemoglobin, also attached with the carbon dioxide due to the higher pressure, or due to the stress of carbon dioxide. The oxygen molecule, because these are squamous, they can also the oxygen molecule squeeze out from the lung alveoli or diffuse with the basement substance, or through the basement substance it easily transfer into the blood vessels, blood capillaries. Here is hemoglobin. The all hemoglobin present in the RBCs get diffused form a bond with oxygen molecule. The hemoglobin, one hemoglobin can carry four oxygen molecule. Four oxygen molecule. So one hemoglobin can bind with the four oxygen molecule, or they transfer. Or diffusion of carbon dioxide also carried out through these membrane, which is formed by squamous epithelial membrane, basement substance, and endothelium of the endothelial cell of the blood capillary. The blood capillary endothelium is also formed by the squamous epithelial cell, squamous cell. So that's why, because of the diffusion of molecule, or because the blood capillaries also help in the diffusion of the substances or gases too. So diffusion of substances from the lung alveoli, from the blood capillaries also done by the squamous epithelial. That's why all the epithelial membrane, the blood capillaries made by the squamous epithelial membrane for diffusion of the different substances and gases too. Like other substances, oxygen and carbon dioxide also diffused by the three membrane through a three membrane: squamous epithelial, basement substance, and endothelial membrane of blood capillaries that help endothelium. Endothelial membrane of blood capillaries that diffuse, help in the diffusion of oxygen and carbon dioxide from the blood capillaries. So these are the some or again the concentration gradient always work for the diffusion of these gases. Without concentration gradient it cannot be happen inside the cell. So that's why this overall this is very important to understand that how the diffusion of gases takes place with the concentration gradient of carbon dioxide and the oxygen molecule. So student, here is overall about the exchange of gases. Exchange of gases takes place at 2 points: in lung alveoli and the blood capillary. In lung alveoli, in blood capillary, and within a blood capillary and cells of blood capillaries and cells of tissues. So how the exchange of gases takes place? Because oxygenated blood, deoxygenated blood have lower concentration of oxygen molecule, whereas higher concentration of carbon dioxide. So from higher concentration to lower concentration, oxygen move from lung alveoli to the blood capillaries, whereas from carbon dioxide move from blood capillaries to the lung alveoli, or from lung alveoli it goes out or expel out during the breathing process, expiration. Now the blood become oxygenated, or this oxygenated blood transfer to the different tissues, where inside the tissues again the partial pressure of oxygen get because decrease. So from oxygen move from higher pressure to the lower pressure, whereas carbon dioxide inside the tissue is high as compared to the, if we are going to compare with the tissues or with the capillaries. So carbon dioxide move from higher pressure to lower pressure, or hence the blood become deoxygenated, where the partial pressure of oxygen become 40 mmHg and the partial pressure of carbon dioxide become 45 mmHg. Now this oxygen, deoxygenated blood again come into the lung alveoli inside the lung, where the again diffusion of gases carried out according to the concentration gradient, and diffusion of gases with the three membrane takes place. Squamous epithelial cell membrane present in the lung alveoli, endothelial membrane present in the blood capillaries, which are also formed by the squamous epithelial, and the basement substance. Basement substance help in the binding of oxygen molecule, because every organism, as in Annelida, we also understand how the diffusion of oxygen takes place through the skin. So skin, for the diffusion of oxygen molecule, the skin should be moist. So that moisture helps in the binding of oxygen molecule. Like Annelida, in here, basement substance also provide the medium for the diffusion of oxygen molecule and the carbon dioxide, and hence the overall diffusion carried out by the basement substance, or through the basement substance, lung alveoli, epithelial and endothelial membrane. So here is overall about the exchange of gases, students. I hope you like this video, and thank you for listening and watching me.